What's one of the weirder or maybe fun or cooler things that you've seen happen in a game you're playing in?
In a game I'm playing in, weird thing. It's my second year in Lethbridge. I'm going around the net, and I'm going to make a breakup pass, and I pass the puck, and I go to take a stride, and I kind of trip, and I toe pick, and I look down, and then there's this hole about this big from the top of the ice to the cement, and I look down, and my whole blade, the top of my blade is just gone because of the cement, and it just scraped it. And so the toe of my blade was gone, and the game had to be called for about 45 minutes. We went back to the room while they fixed the ice. It was a whole ordeal, and it just was a big kerfuffle, and it was kind of funny that I was like, well, I did that, and like the ref, I had to go tell the ref to blow the play down because he wasn't going to stop the play, and it was a mess, but it was funny. I thought it was kind of funny. And
well, I'd say the weirdest, I saw an unfortunate injury in college where one of my teammates got his neck kind of like slit basically and required like 60 stitches. He ended up being okay, everything was fine, thank God, but that was a weird experience, and that was kind of bizarre going through, but yeah, off the top of my head, that's number one. So
I don't remember a lot of weird stuff, but one of the cooler moments was probably the triple overtime game we played last year. That was pretty special for me. I never played in a game like that before. I think it was the record for the Marlies for longest game. So just to be able to not only play in that game, but for us to win that game was pretty special. That was cool.
There's a few things, but the one that jumps out of my mind was, I thought it was a bit funny. It was between my junior team, the Nanaimo Clippers, and I believe it was Cowichan Valley, and there was a really heated rivalry that had been there for years before I even arrived. And it was one of those games where it was getting a little bit chippy. And the way that the benches were designed is that when we left to go to our respective dressing rooms, we went through the same tunnel. It was really poorly designed. Anyways, there was always words being exchanged between players, but there was one game where it was between the first and second period where the coaches started exchanging words, and then all of a sudden they got into a fight. And it wasn't like a fist fight, but it was like grappling, and it was just, I mean, everyone got involved, the players got involved. And all of a sudden, I remember I looked down, and my head coach was in it with the assistant coach of the other team, and his shirt was completely ripped off, and it was to the point where there was nothing, there was just a bunch of thread left on him. And he had to go in, and he had no other shirt, so he had to go grab a guy's shirt from one of the players' shirts, and he had to wear that for the rest of the game. But it was funny like to see him walk back to our dressing room, and he had like 2 pieces of thread on because the rest of his shirt was ripped off.
I went to Lake Placid one year, and we went to 9 overtimes in the finals. Yeah, 9 overtimes, and it was back when it was like 4-on-4, 3-on-3, 2-on-2, 1-on-1, and then it was 1-on-1, 1-on-1, 1-on-1. Yeah, it was pretty. I wasn't even on the ice I only got 1 shift in overtime, but it was incredible to watch from the bench. It was crazy.